Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl, Miss Trina, and today I am chatting it up with Mr. Beau Bayou. Hello. This is Miss Trina with Chat with Trina, and I want to first thank y'all for making the choice to click in to Chat with Trina, but also I'm doing something new today. I'm using microphones that actually were gifted to me by Mr. Rock Green, one of my big supporters, longtime supporters, so thank you, Rock. I'm trying this. Beau has a big voice, so you're going to be able to hear him regardless. So, so hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And this is Beau Bayou. He's going to tell us the rest of his names in a minute because I saw 4 of them, I think, on Facebook. So thank you for meeting with me today. It's always an honor when someone says yes to meeting with me and chatting with me, because I just like to know about the culture of Zydeco, just all kind of different things about Zydeco, and it's always so interesting to me. And I meet several different people, and I get several different answers, which is also so cool to get different aspects of it. So thank you again for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
So how was the party at Manai last night?
Oh, Manai was great. The people were very enthusiastic. They were cutting up, having a good time.
Good.
And we were very, very happy with the outcome and with the people that came. And we do what we always do. We mix it up. We play a lot of old school.
Okay.
We have some original music that we play. Working on another CD. I know that might be a question for later on.
Okay.
But,
so you do a lot of covers as well? Cover music too?
As of right now, until I get more original music.
Okay.
There,
well, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Chris Freeman of Manai. Thank you for supporting the Zydeco community by having so many bands come through. He's really good at that, and Chris is a wonderful, wonderful guy. Dimples! So shout out to Dimples. So what is your actual legal name?
Brandon Michael Araby.
Brandon Michael Araby. So that's the last name.
That's my last name.
So it's not Bayou.
No. No.
Well, how did you get the name Bayou?
Well, it's a combination. The Beau part comes from Beau Jacques.
Okay.
A lot of people say that I remind them of Beau Jacques. Beau Jacques was a tall, big guy, big, deep voice. And so that's where the Beau part came from.
Okay.
The Bayou part is the place that I grew up, which is a very small community called Indian Bayou, Louisiana.
Was it closer? Okay.
It's not far from Lafayette.
Okay.
Maybe 10 or 15 minutes from Lafayette.
Okay. Cool beans.
But a lot of sugar cane fields and a lot of wild rabbits. And
oh, really? So do you hunt?
I hunt a little bit. I have a friend of mine, Wayne Singleton, who's also
I've seen that name.
A Zydeco artist. He comes and hunts rabbits on my property sometimes. Him and his cousin Eric, who's the bass player in his band. So I have that relationship with those guys.
Okay. Does the wife cook the hunting after the hunting is done? Do you cook it? It does the hunting because you do the eating.
I can cook that.
Okay.
I lived in Houston for a long time, but I'm not from Houston.
So what school did you go to, and where was that school?
I went to North Vermilion High School in Maurice, Louisiana.
Okay.
We just moved up to 4A, so the school is growing.
Oh, wow, okay.
A lot of people are moving away from the Lafayette area, coming south to Maurice, where I live, going towards Abbeville.
Okay, I've heard of Abbeville.
So, North Vermilion High School, graduated in 96.
Y'all make me feel so old, but go ahead.
I went to college. I got a full scholarship to play football at the University of Louisiana, Lafayette. Played there for 4 years, and I got my degree, and I started teaching and coaching right after that. So,
what did you coach?
Football mostly. I also coach track, softball, soccer, all different types of sports.
I have a coach. I used to tease him when I was working at the middle school years ago, and they started doing was it soccer? I said, what do you know about soccer? He said, I don't know, but I'm getting a check for it. I said, so every stipend was awesome.
I had to learn how to teach the drills and actually learn the game to better coach the kids on
of
how
course,
to do it. So
yeah.
It's a fun experience.
Yeah, I did youth summer track. I used to coach it for a while, and I tell them, the heat back then ain't the heat they have now. There ain't no way I can do that now.
Oh, the heat is brutal.
It is brutal. That's why it feels good. A little wind is blowing today. I was going to say, is it okay if I ask you if you have your own family, married, kids?
Yeah. You're looking at
We met wifey.
my one and only. And we've been together going on 9 years. Our anniversary is this month, and
it's gonna be 10. Okay.
Well,
it's gonna be the 9
10 next year. It'll be 9
okay,
next
okay.
year. So, and but I have a daughter with my first wife, and we're gonna start a family of our own here not before too long. So.
Okay, well that'll be fun.
I started playing. Well, my dad was a musician.
Okay.
And my grandpa was too. So I was around Cajun and Zydeco music probably around 2 years old.
Okay.
It's the earliest I can remember. I started playing the rub board in my dad's band when I was like 2 or 3. Then when I was 5, I played the drums. I love playing drums still.
Yeah.
To this day. But I started like 5 years old. I started playing drums, and I started playing with the accordion a little bit. I didn't really like the accordion that much. I really prefer to play drums. I like to make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
But I played with the accordion a little bit. I always used to watch my dad play.
Okay.
A lot. Like I studied him like a hawk. Him and my grandpa. And
did they try to push you into the accordion?
They did.
Encourage. Let me not say push you. I'm gonna say encourage.
Yeah, they encouraged me to try to learn the accordion, but I really was a drummer. Like I love playing drums, and that was what I really wanted to do as far as music. But and it didn't take me long. Once I put my mind to it, that I was gonna really learn to play the accordion. It didn't take me long.
Okay.
I'd watched my dad and my grandpa for so long, and she was there when I started really learning how to play.
Did you wear earphones?
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. Noonie was kind of saying the same thing, that he would just watch people and study people till he got the accordion.
Right,
so
yeah. Like I said, my early influences was my dad and my grandpa.
Okay.
But as I got older and really wanted to perfect my craft and refine my craft, I started going to Keith Frank shows.
Okay.
Since the time we've been together, I've probably been to at least 50 Keith Frank shows.
Yeah.
If not more.
Right.
And I studied Keith like a hawk.
Okay.
And he knows I do because he'll wink at me or do something.
To let him know you. I see you watching.
I see you watching.
I see you watching.
Beau Bayou had a stage name also, and really people didn't know him by his real name, which is Andres Esprit. People really
New
didn't
fun
know
fact for me. Thank you.
You're welcome. So
I thought his name was Beau and Jacques. Okay.
And because when I started playing professionally, a lot of people would say, "Man, you remind me of Beau Jacques."
Wow.
Your stage presence, your size, and everything, the way you play the accordion, and so I just kind of took the Beau part, but I wanted to still be me at the same time.
Definitely.
So that's why I got the Bayou part from it, because I'm proud of where I'm from. I'm from a small little country town, and
How many McDonald's you have?
none, 0. We don't even have a
No Walmart?
A stoplight. No Walmart.
No Walmart? Oh my gosh.
No.
But that's probably so peaceful. I couldn't stay there more than 2 weeks, but I could do it for 2 weeks.
You got a Dollar General.
Y'all got a Dollar General?
Recently.
See, okay, that's good. That's good. Y'all gotta have a Family Dollar or a Dollar General. You actually decide to become a professional or make a career out of this?
I guess when I was 33, I think I was about 32 or 33 years old, I decided that I was going to play professionally. And I didn't have my own band at first. I played with other bands. And really, when I was living here is when I really decided I was going to get my start. I started playing at the jam sessions at the Big Easy probably in 2012, 2013, somewhere in there. And the first band I ever played with was the Platinum Players Zydeco band.
Yeah, is that
with Fred?
Yeah.
And Chris. And so I've been knowing them guys for like almost 10 years now. And they gave me my start being a professional accordion player, professional musician. I met Keon at the jam sessions back then.
Keon and Mel are good. They're good. I'll talk about all the people that support. They're another couple that supports people very well. They're gonna make sure if they can't play somewhere, they're gonna get them to cover with someone that they know is good. So
before the pandemic hit, as a matter of fact, they for Mardi Gras they had like a deal at the Memorial City Mall, and they got me hooked up with those people. So prior to COVID 2019, I played over there for Mardi Gras.
Oh, wow.
And Jax, I've played here several times.
Okay.
Tonight might be our 5th or 6th time we play here.
I was going to ask you that. Was this your first time playing here? So, okay, so you played before here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our first show, I want to say, was in December of 2018 or something like that.
Okay.
So I've been here a few times.
Jax is always a good time, though, no matter what. What's the name of your band?
Beau Bayou and Sabine Connection.
So does that have anything to do with the Sabine?
It has to do with my wife and I's relationship. I'm from Louisiana, born and raised. She from Texas, born and raised. And the Sabine River separates Texas and Louisiana. So
that is clever. I love to hear the stories because I always ask people that too. Most people just don't have anything. That was a good one. I like that. What part of Texas are you from?
I'm from, I was born in Galveston, but I live in Houston.
Okay, and I'm sorry, I forgot your name again. Diane, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for being the one. But you know, I went to my friend is running for Precinct 4 County Commissioner. I think I have the right name. But anyway, I went to his fundraiser last night, and so they introduced the wife as the backbone and the woman behind the man. She says, no, I'm not really the woman behind the man, so on the side of the man. So yeah, but it's always awesome to see the connection and how you guys support the Zydeco artists. Sometimes I think we forget. I say I'm gonna do a show one day on the wives and even the partners of I think that would be a good show to do, just to hear from y'all's point of view how that is. People that I think accordions are one of the prettiest instruments. Do you think that too?
I love it. I mean, I started off playing single row. I guess what they call a Cajun box, a Cajun accordion. That's my specialty. That's what I do. I do play the triple note, but not that often. Some guys.
The triple note is the one that have the buttons.
Yeah,
the big buttons.
Three rows of buttons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a lot of accordions?
I did at one time. At one time, baby, how many I had? Like 7 or 8 accordions.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of them.
Okay.
And they were all in the same key. I wish they were all in different keys. I mean,
exactly. And I hear people, that's the question that's always answered is, yeah, I used to have a whole bunch of them. So, but I think they're really pretty. Do you name them? Did you name them?
Actually, I named my red one Flamme Rouge, which means red fire or red flame.
Oh, okay. Because I always think about, what's his name? Guitar. B.B. King.
Yeah.
And his guitar, Lucille, I think.
Lucille, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you play any other? Well, you told me you play the drums. Do you play anything else?
Guitar a little bit here and there. But if there was ever a time when I would allow another accordion player to come on my stage, I would play drums behind him.
Yeah.
It would just be a natural transition for me.
And my other question was to ask you, did anyone else in your family play music or singing? You said your dad and your grandpa.
My dad was an accordion player, had his own band in the early 70s.
Okay.
And they would play all over South Louisiana.
Okay.
Crowley, Basile, Iowa.
Did they ever get to play in those famous places like, what is it, Richard's or anything like that?
I don't think so.
Okay. I don't even know if those clothes were there. I have no idea.
Yeah. And my grandpa kind of played, but he wasn't as good as my dad was.
Okay.
And my dad's actually played in the Superdome in New Orleans.
Oh, cool.
For some kind of Saints halftime show, something like that.
Are y'all Saints fans?
Big time.
So y'all ever go into any of the games?
Oh, I've been to several games throughout my life.
Okay. Are you a Saints fan? Are you from Texas? Okay, I get it. I understand. I understand. You got recruited. Yeah. So no need of the house being divided, right?
Yeah.
In your mind, what is the difference in Creole music and Zydeco music? Or do you think there is a difference?
There is a difference. And the difference is today's Zydeco incorporates different instruments. To me, Creole music is basically, and there was even a time when they didn't have drums. But it would be hard to keep time without a drum. But that's why everybody would tap their foot back in the day. But back in the day before accordion, there was a fiddle and a scrub board. And everybody would just sit on the front porch. And to me, that's Creole music.
Okay.
The old style, I mean, you can include the accordion in that, the drums in that. But Zydeco is like, you got keyboards, you got bass guitars, you got lead guitar, rhythm guitar. There's so many other instruments that are involved in Zydeco that
weren't in
weren't in old-timey Creole music like back in the day. So.
The tambourine, was that something in Creole? Or am I just thinking about church? Maybe I'm thinking about
possibly,
church.
I mean,
people just did it probably at some times.
I mean, anything that could make a sound that would sound good, like clapping two spoons together.
Oh yeah.
Or slapping your leg. Or, I mean, whatever would sound good. That's probably what they used back in the tambourine. Could have been something that they used also. I've never seen it, but it's possible.
What is the most challenging thing about being in this business, mainly Zydeco?
There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of bands, especially in the Lafayette area. And for me, that I haven't had my own band for a very long period of time, but there's so many good bands. There's so much good music out there, and sometimes it's hard to book gigs. It's hard to get gigs in the Lafayette area, which is why I come to Houston a lot. You know, Houston's a lot bigger market. There's a lot more venues to choose from, and there's not as many Zydeco bands here that there is at home. So
I see that. That makes sense.
And you see guys like Lil Nate, Chris Arduin, they take advantage of that. You know, they come here to play. Prospect Park is a prime example.
Definitely.
And I don't blame them. More power to them. You know, Houston's a big market. And a lot of people in this Houston area have Louisiana roots. So they don't hear the music all the time. So when they do get to go see a real Louisiana Zydeco band, they get fired up about it. They're like, oh man, it's going to be like a homecoming type of thing. So that to me is the hardest thing for me. I've only had my own band since 2015.
Okay.
So 5 or 6 years. Whereas these guys like Keith Frank, been doing this for 25 and 30 years, building their name and their brand. And so, I mean, any festival guy that would have, you know, to decide between Beau Bayou and Chris Arduin or whoever, they'd be like, oh yeah, well let's get this guy that's been around longer, that has done it longer. But at the same time, there are people out there that are willing to give people like me a chance to show my talent and everything. And
that's something I believe in. I get on a soapbox that I won't get on today, but I do get on a soapbox about that I want everybody to have that opportunity. You know, just open the door and give everybody the opportunity. And what I do love about Keon and Mel is that they don't have they're not scared of competition, if you will.
Right.
When they can't play somewhere, they got to play somewhere else, they're going to go get another band, you know, and they're friends with people. And then when you told me that today, when I got here, I was like, okay, so that's genuine to me when they can do that and help spread the love, you know, don't just keep it to yourself and say, okay, we can't play with nobody else. I do, Mel and Keon, I thank y'all for that. I ain't a Zydeco player, but I thank y'all anyway. I think that's really awesome. I'm gonna back up a little bit too. How did you get into education? What made you go into education?
Well, it was a combination of things. Number one, I loved the game of football. And I played it from the time I was about 8 years old. And like I said, I played college football. I had a full scholarship. I played offensive line. So I wanted to do something that I could be around the game of football. And also, my dad, my grandpa were big time history buffs. Like they would watch World War II documentaries and Civil War, and we'd go to Civil War battlefields when I was a kid, like for little family outings or whatever. So being around my dad and my grandpa, you know, and when I found out I could teach history and teach geography, but I could coach football too. You know, that to me, that was the perfect job for me.
Okay. Do you still teach?
No, I retired in 2019. And I'm driving trucks now.
Oh, was that something you just wanted to do?
Yeah, I mean, bottom line is I wasn't making enough money being a teacher and a coach.
I get it. I sure get it. And then we got this pandemic going on now, so that even, So, and I got a Class A. I was thinking about driving trucks,
kind of in 2013 or 14, I went to truck driving school, got my CDL, and was thinking about it. But I never really made the move until a couple of years ago. I decided, hey, I'm gonna drive trucks and make some money.
That is awesome to step out and do something out of the box. At the event I went to last night for that politician, someone said retirement is not the same as it used to be. You used to retire to stay home, but now you retire to do something else.
Right.
You know, enjoyed teaching.
I did.
Otherwise,
I enjoyed the relationships that I had mainly with the guys that I coached.
Okay.
And I still keep in touch
I was
with them.
going to ask that.
Yeah,
okay.
And I know I talked to you about Decaney when I taught at Decaney. We won a state championship in 2011. And I still keep in touch with a lot of those guys that played on that state championship
Wow,
team.
okay.
A lot of them still live here in Houston. So.
Yeah. Were you, and I hate to be on a negative note, but I have to ask this question because I really think about those boys. Yeah. There were some boys that were going to graduate and they end up doing something really irresponsible. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Did you coach any of those boy babies?
Yeah, unfortunately, I had one of my players got killed in a car accident.
Oh, wow.
Actually, two of them.
Wow.
They were going to some kind of training session. And the guy that they were riding with, he was driving too fast. And ended up flipping the car. And
oh, wow. Was this during the school year?
Yeah.
Wow.
And one of the kids he was going to go to college and play football somewhere. He was a great athlete.
Yeah.
Straight A student.
Crazy.
But unfortunately, his life was cut short.
What is the most rewarding part of being in the Zydeco world?
The most rewarding part, that's a good question, is the respect that I'm starting to earn from the guys that have been doing it a long time. Like, for example, Keith Frank thought enough of me to put me on his festival, the Creole Renaissance Festival, which took place in Rayne, Louisiana, and so, you know, the respect I get from him.
Awesome.
I got to know Chris Hartwell on a personal level. He's a real nice guy. You know, he shows me respect as well. And especially when I come back to Houston, and all the guys that I know that have bands, that are in bands, the love, the respect that they show me really means a lot.
Okay, I like that.
Really
That would mean a lot to me too. That would mean a lot to me too, and especially Keith Frank. Like, that's a big deal. And what about the audience? Like your the fans that come. Does it make you do anything when you see them moving to your music and just?
I do, and what I like the most is I start to see some of the same faces.
Yeah.
And when you start to see that, you realize that these people really enjoy your music.
Yeah.
And they will support you, you know, and that's what I like that the most. And a lot of time, I am friends with probably all of them on Facebook. And I'm always posting my flyers, and they'll make little comments. We'll see you there. And we can't wait to come see Beau. And so just little things like that make a huge difference.
Cool. Real quick about the violence on the trail rides right now, and I'm gonna say the violence. You know, we have violence going on everywhere right now. The crazy part, the sad and scary part to me is that, you know, of course, Chris Dwayne was shot. It wasn't on purpose at him, but bullets don't have a name. They don't, you know, there's no target. It's just there, and for that to happen to him, and I have been bringing this up, to be honest with you, on all my shows, just about every Zydeco show I brought. So it was interesting that happened. My question to you is, do you have any just thoughts of your own on something that we could do, or I don't know, that you think we could do to help with that?
I think that the crowd, the people that come to the shows are the problem, you know. So maybe you need to change your music lineup up a little bit. Maybe you need to have more security. Maybe you need to have metal detectors.
I brought that up,
Me and Dee Dee were talking about that a while back. You know, why did Chris get shot? You know, what could have prevented that from happening?
Right.
And there's a number of things that can be done, but it's who's going to put those measures in place? Who's going to come up with the right formula? And then will every group abide by it and stick to it? And not just be lax. Because when you lax, the wrong type of people come to your ride, and bad stuff happens.
Yeah. Just like you mentioned last night, how they handled a situation that could have gotten out of hand. May not have gotten out of hand, but it could have gotten out of hand. It was handled like really quick,
Exactly,
you know.
yeah.
And that's kind of what needs to happen.
Yeah.
I kind of have suggested the metal detectors and the having more security. I think they're. So I know that I've heard. I don't know because I haven't talked to him, but I heard him say that Chris Ardoin is going to do something, make some stances on some things.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear what he's going to do, and I hope that people will follow suit, and because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take the bands and the DJs who are playing to pull together and stick to it. Because if you got 5 over here that say, hey, this is what we're requiring, but then you had that one that said we ain't going to require all that, it's not going to work.
It has to be across the board.
That's having the event should
Yes.
consult with the security.
Definitely. And even if you find someone, and I'm going to just say the trail riders, you know, just think about it. If you decide to make a stance to make things safe for your patrons and some don't, people are going to come to your event.
Exactly.
They're going to definitely come to your event. Just like there's a place that I frequent that when people weren't requiring mask wearing, when we needed to wear masks, they required it, and you wouldn't believe they stayed packed I shouldn't say packed because it was social distancing,
right.
But people went there because they knew that there was some safety protocols.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to lose your business by trying to keep people safe, and I think that's what scares some people off.
Yeah.
You know,
To have to spend more money on security and things like that, it can be costly.
it can be
But
costly.
at the same time, if you give your patrons that peace of mind
Yes.
to know that there's people watching, the chances of anything going bad or slim to none,
Right.
because you're taking those measures, I think will put a lot of people's mind at ease,
Definitely.
and it will slowly start to encourage people to come back to the ride.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people
like
right
that.
now are running away.
They're running away.
They don't want to be a part of it because of the violence. They don't want to come out with their kids and their spouse and a straight bullet hit them or God forbid hit one of their children or
Right.
grandchildren. So
And on that note, y'all, you know, I can't tell you where to take your children to. Just be careful and hold on to your babies.
Yeah.
I have been to several places, parks and everything, and the kids are missing. So just think if that stray bullet that hit, you know, our loved Chris, just think if one of those would have hit your baby because you're not having with
and
you.
actually somebody's baby did.
Oh,
get
that's
shot
right, a
that
14-year-old.
night.
Yeah,
Got
sure
shot in the
did.
leg.
Sure did.
So,
Yeah. So
take those precautions and
Yeah.
make it uniform across the board.
and it'll pay off.
It will in the long run.
Yeah.
You might take a loss at first because you're having to pay more for security, but in the end, everything will even out, and people will start coming to the rides and enjoying themselves.
They're gonna spread the word though. They're gonna
Yeah,
spread the word that
exactly.
it's safe here or
Word
there.
of mouth is going to spread, and people are going to start coming out again. You just have to be willing to spend the money to take those measures.
Okay. Will you incorporate anything in your agreement if someone was to ask you to do a trail ride?
Definitely. I
Okay.
mean, whatever security measures needs to be done in order to make it happen, I'm down for whatever. My main thing is I want to go and play and have a good time, but at the same time, I want to come home alive.
Right, and your band members
And
as
my,
well.
and
Yeah.
the safety of my band members as
definitely.
well. Right.
That was something else I mentioned that too. That if people, some of you guys who are playing, and you have a sound guy or someone that goes before you, when they get there, let them give you a call. If all your safety measures not there, tell them you'll be there when the safety stuff get there. When the security that you asked for is there, then you'll be there.
Exactly.
And that's the only way, in my mind, that it's going to. And I know we can't stop it 100% maybe, but it would be better. What have you learned, or what takeaway do you have from the downtime of the pandemic?
Oh, that's a good question. I've learned to be patient. I've learned to appreciate life more, because this COVID pandemic has taken down so many people, including people in my family, and I'm sure everybody that's watching right now have had a loved one that has gotten sick or even died from COVID.
Yeah.
So it's made me appreciate my family more, and it's actually given me a lot of time to write a lot of good new music.
Good, yeah.
And wash your hands, wear a mask, get vaccinated, do what you got to do, and
Just keep each other safe.
exactly. Don't put somebody else's life at risk.
What encouraging advice would you give to someone who asks you for advice? Tells you that they want to get into the music industry, mainly Zydeco?
Okay. Well, the first thing I would ask them is, do you have your own equipment?
I just heard that from somebody not too long ago.
Because that's what I learned from Wayne Singleton and from Pete Frank and the guys that have kind of mentored me, coming up in this game. And, that's the number one thing. You got to have your own sound. You got to have your own instruments. And as a matter of fact, you should have an extra bass or extra guitar or extra set of drums or extra drumsticks on standby for in case you hire a musician that don't have their own instrument, then you won't be stuck in a bind.
Right.
But yeah.
And you gotta have some money. You gotta replace that stuff. A leader of a band,
right?
They have to replace stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's not just jumping up saying, "Hey, I'm the leader of a band." You gotta have equipment and then be able to pay for that equipment.
Exactly. It all falls on the band leader at the end of the day. All the damages to the equipment, replacing instruments, the whole 9 yards. And another thing I would say to a young up and coming Zydeco artist is be patient. Don't think you're gonna be a star straight out the box. It don't work that way.
Yeah.
In the music business, you gotta earn your stripes. You gotta have longevity. You gotta be in this thing for the long haul. You can't think that you're gonna be a star overnight. I mean, it don't work that way.
You would say you have to have a passion for what you're doing.
You have to, and you have to be patient, and you have to keep working on your craft.
Yeah.
Keep trying to get better. Keep trying to surround yourself with better people that's gonna have your vision and to help you to get to the next level. Because everybody benefits when that happens. And it was a process. I know for me, and I'm sure for a lot of other musicians, I've had to get rid of a lot of people to find the right combination that's gonna work for me. And to take my name and my brand to the next level.
Yeah. You gotta tell somebody to pull up their pants and all that on stage. They don't even part of no band.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, the worst is when somebody comes late and they come on the stage. I'll be like, "What you doing?" Do you enjoy any other genres of music?
I love all type of music.
Okay.
I listen to reggae, R&B, rap, country, rock, anything and everything. And you'll see that in my music because I incorporate different aspects of different genres in my music. Because I'm trying to stand out from the rest of them.
Of course.
I already look different than everybody else, but I want my music to be different than everybody else's also. Okay.
So can I ask you, are you Creole, black, white, Hispanic?
I'm a mix of a lot of things.
Okay.
I've done research on my family, my ancestry. On my dad's side, they came from Saudi Arabia originally, from the Middle East. My last name is Arabi, so Arab.
Yes, wow.
And a lot of them, they were called the Moors. I don't know if you're familiar with history, but the Moors were dark-skinned men that were part of the Moorish Empire in North Africa and Spain and stuff like that.
Oh, I bet you was a fun history teacher.
I was.
I bet it was so interesting. But I do like history. Like I'm a history.
I'm a combination of. I have Native American, I have African, I have French, Spanish.
That's a real Creole.
So I'm Creole.
Yes, you're a gumbo of stuff.
Exactly.
And
through the research that I've done on my family is how I found this information.
Do people ask you that all the time? Or not really? Am I the first one?
You're not the first one. You're not the first one.
Okay.
And I don't know. I think my wife gets it more than I do. People will ask her, "What is he? What is he?"
They ask you?
Oh yeah.
What do you say?
Some of them I just ignore. How do you ask somebody that?
Yeah. They just want the people that you don't know. Oh wow. Interesting.
That's crazy.
That's funny. And it's funny because when I was walking, I was like, I remember his picture. Let's see where he is. And I turned around. I was like,
I'm not hard to find.
You know.
I'm 6'4", and I stick out in the crowd. Yeah.
So when I would see videos of Beau, his accordion looked really little. Does it look like that to you?
A lot of people tell me that. They say that it looks like a little toy.
Yes. When I would see the videos, I'm like, is that a real accordion that man have? So how do y'all? No, do you Zydeco dance?
Yes.
Can you Zydeco? Okay.
As a matter of fact, we met here at Jackson.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, back in, that was a long time ago. We've been together almost 10 years, so.
Wow.
Do the math.
Okay. Who were y'all here to see?
I don't remember who was playing, honestly.
That would have been good if y'all remember that.
She wrote a song about it.
I did.
Really?
Yeah. It's on my first CD. It's called My Queen.
Oh, I might have to check that out. I'm going to have to check it out.
It's the story of how we met. I went up to her and talked to her and asked her to dance. And after we danced, I knew she was the one. So.
I'm going to definitely be back. So maybe I'll find me somebody to dance with and they'll like me and say I'm their queen for life.
Among other things, of course, but
of course.
She's got mad skills on dance.
What do y'all do to chill and relax and get away from the hustle and bustle?
Well, the fact that we do live in the country helps a lot.
Yes.
I mean, we can go sit on our front porch and watch the horses eat grass.
Oh, yeah.
Watch the kids ride their four-wheelers up and down our gravel road and everything.
Okay.
So our environment is very peaceful to begin with.
That is true.
So, but, I mean, we like to do different things. We like to travel.
Are y'all foodies? Y'all like to eat?
I like to eat.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to eat too.
Different type of food. I mean, I've eaten everything.
Yeah.
I had Vietnamese for the first time not too long.
We traveled on our honeymoon and went everywhere.
And ate everything, the different things.
We had Philly cheesesteaks in Philadelphia. We had buffalo wings in Buffalo, New York.
Tell us where we can get your music from. Do you have any music that's out and about?
Yeah, I do. Our first CD was released back in June of 2019, and the name of the CD is True to My Roots, and it's on. You can listen to it on YouTube. You can buy the CD on Amazon. What else, baby? Here Now.
Radio Airplay.
Okay.
Django.
What is that? Pandora.
What about Spotify?
Premium, Spotify.
Yeah. Okay. That's my favorite.
Yeah, you can hear our music on those places,
Download it.
but you can buy and download individual songs off of Amazon.
So I want to find the Queen song.
Yeah, you
it's
can
download
inspire
me.
My Queen song.
Okay, I'm going to introduce your queen. You mind coming over and letting him introduce you? You're cute. Come on.
Just a brief one.
I love your lipstick, by the way. I'm loving that red lipstick.
She's very shy.
Aw.
This is my wife, Dee Dee.
Hi, Dee Dee.
Dee
Dee's going to dance with y'all tonight, so y'all got to come out here to Jack's.
Y'all want to send some PayPal or Cash App for our anniversary? That'd be nice.
That would be good.
Yeah, $5-10.
There you go. Thank you again for coming and joining me tonight. I hope to see you a lot more. I do.
We're going to try to come to Houston more often.
Okay. Do you have any last words? I'm sorry.
First off, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing this interview with me.
You're welcome.
And I hope to see y'all tonight. Y'all come out and support.
Yes,
we
come on.
We like to have fun, so if y'all like to have fun, y'all come on out and support.
Come on out and support. And if you haven't seen Beau Bayou, I haven't seen him perform yet, so this is going to be a good night for me. So y'all come on out. It feels good out here. I'll tell y'all, it's not really steaming hot like normal. So come on out here. They'll let the garage doors up in a minute. But Beau, thank you. I can't wait to hear you play. I promise you I'll be back. And thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule, being here in Houston, and hanging out with us and chatting with Trina today. Thank you so much.
Problem at all. Thank you.
And you guys, thank you for making the choice to join in, to click in to chat with Trina. I'm sorry, click in to chat with Trina. And I hope y'all go to youtube.com. Make sure you subscribe. I need subscribers. Share, like. All right, thank y'all. See you soon. Hey guys, what you think? Beau Bayou was awesome, wasn't he? And then you got to see a little snippet of his show. Well, make sure that when you see he's going to be in your area, that you get out there, support him, go see him play. He had a great show, I must say myself. Now make sure you go to youtube.com/chatwithtrina, subscribe, y'all, and then hit the little bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video. And one last thing, tell somebody, like, share, tell people about Chat with Trina. Thank you again so much for your continuous support.